I just wanted to go through some of the AI models that are available to you in Superwhisper. A few users have asked me for, how do they optimize their setup? What do I recommend? What do I use personally? So I'm just going to go through kind of the basics here. So essentially, you'll see on the AI models page in settings. So if you right click on the icon in the menu bar and hit settings, you've got all these models with the Superwhisper logo next to them. So ranging from Ultra, which is the largest and most accurate but slowest model, all the way down to Fast, which is very inaccurate but super, super, super fast. May be useful if you needed to process like a gigantic file or something. I use standard all the time. Standard's probably my most used just because it's so quick and it's accurate enough for common language. If you're saying things that are more complex or you use a lot of industry acronyms or nouns, so like company names and product names, that kind of thing, that's also going to be better. It's going to give you better capitalization and recognition of those. And then Ultra is going to give you, incredible recognition of these things, but for me the speed of Ultra is too much of a drawback for me to personally want to use it, but some people do. And yeah, on top of that is Nova 2 from Deepgram. So that is a cloud hosted model. It's kind of interesting because it's capable of doing real time as well. I'm bringing that to the offline models, but it's not quite there yet. And so what you can do is actually configure that in your modes. So I've got this real-time one set up here, right? There's no AI post-processing. It's just Nova 2 Cloud with the real-time switch flicked on. And we can see here as I'm talking, it's going to spit out the text live into the window. And the second that I hit stop, it's going to paste it because there's no more processing to do. It's actually completely done. And so that's pretty exciting. Obviously, it's nice because you can review what the software is recognizing your voice as saying. So yeah, kind of neat. On top of that, we have language models. So language models take that message that was just spit out by the voice model and transform it according to your prompt. So let's go through what we've got here. So we have the three models from OpenAI. Honestly, GPT 3.5 Turbo at this point, I wouldn't recommend it. Same with Claude 3 Sonnet. They're there kind of for legacy reasons. And just because some people still have them configured in their modes. But I would recommend 3.5 Sonnet and Haiku. So those two are going to be, the sort of a speed accuracy trade-off. So 3.5 Sonnet is going to be on the larger end, a little slower than Haiku, but much more capable. And Haiku is going to be the faster option. Similarly with 4.0 is going to be more accurate. 4.0 Mini is going to be faster. So those are sort of your trade-offs. Grok would probably be the fastest possible. It's essentially instant. I mean, the responses come back in, 300 milliseconds. It's running at like thousands of tokens per second. And its intelligence level is going to be fairly low, but totally fine for like simple reformatting. So yeah, you can pop over into your modes and actually select one of those. So let's say, for example, select Grok Llama 3 AB and just say, reformat the user message as a email, including greeting, and sign off. The user's name is Neil Chudley, and he works at Superwhisper. Right. So this is going to be my real time. So you'll say like, hey Daniel, really loved what I saw earlier today in the project demonstration. I hope that we can find some time later this week to chat about resources that we're going to need. Let me know if you need any more help with the deck. Happy to jump in and give some advice or provide additional context. Cheers, Neil. And so that's going to reformat here. So this is the smaller model. If we reran that with 3.5 Sonnet, I'm assuming it's not going to add in these pieces that we actually don't want. Um, uh, these smaller models are going to struggle with adherence, but you saw how fast that was. It's essentially instant. So yeah, that's how you can use this stuff. These models, playing with them and playing with the prompts, this is kind of my workflow for it. So if I open up recording history and we sort of see, we see here the recording that I just did, and we have the prompt to open. Let me just put it up here. So we can pop over to the mode here. So I'll just say respond with just the user, with just the reformatted message. Do not explain or label. All right, let's just try that. Respond with just the reformatted message. And I'll leave it as 3.5 Sonnet. Process again. And there you go. So it's getting just the response in that case. And if you want to try, does this work? Does that new prompt work with Llama 3 8B? Do not include a subject line. Right, so process again. Perfect. Cool. So yeah, so then we can kind of just assume that's going to work from here on out. So we have, this would be like kind of the fastest implementation that you could possibly have, though maybe not the most capable in terms of accuracy, because it's doing all the voice to text in real time. So we can do like, hey Tyler, I've been working on a marketing approach for the app and would love to get your thoughts. It's coming along okay, but my feeling is the creatives need some extra love. I don't know if they're really grabbing people's attention the way that I want them to. Let me know if you have some time to chat later this week. Cheers, Neil. Cool. So there we go. Now we have a fully tuned Llama 3 8B and Nova 2 real-time mode. So, it's just doing simple reformatting here. It's like addressing with Dear Tyler, which, I mean, you could, with a including greeting, right, and that's going to probably switch out dear for for hey. Dear's a little too formal or personal. So yeah, that's the AI models in Superwhisper in a nutshell. I hope this helps a little bit and gives you a better idea of what's possible. Cheers.